Let me ask you something. If Dom Toretto drives a car out of a plane and it's dumb fun, that's Fast and Furious. But if Ethan Hunt runs down a skyscraper with a helicopter crashing behind him, suddenly that's prestige action cinema? Let's be real. Mission Impossible is just a classier Fast and Furious. Same logic-defying stunts, same invincible hero, same the world is ending again plot, just with classical music and fewer Corona beers. Stick around until the end, because the last point is where we break down exactly how these movies fool us into thinking they're smarter than they really are. Before this franchise parkours off another rooftop, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment telling me what movie or show I should take apart next. This is director Ammar Hejazi, and today we're breaking down why Mission Impossible is just Fast and Furious in a tuxedo, and that's not a compliment. Every Mission Impossible movie starts with the same vibe. There's a global threat. It's always too dangerous for normal intelligence agencies. So Ethan Hunt and the IMF, aka Tom Cruise, and some laptop guys show up to save the world. Again. But here's the trick. The plots are just setups for stunts. The villains are paper thin, the stakes are vague, and half the movie is Ethan saying, "I'll figure it out," and then surviving a stunt that should kill 10 men and a horse. It's literally Fast and Furious with a British accent and dramatic lighting. Let's not pretend Ethan Hunt is some layered, complex hero. He's just a slightly more serious Dom Toretto, always wins, never wrong, somehow stronger, faster, smarter than everyone else. Oh, and he can run at the speed of sound in a suit. Tom Cruise wants you to believe this is gritty realism, but the man survives motorcycle crashes, skydives into lightning storms, and gets up like he just stubbed his toe. And we're supposed to believe he's just a guy with training? Nah. Ethan Hunt is a superhero. He just refuses to wear a cape. You ever notice how Mission Impossible tries to look philosophical? You get scenes of people whispering about trust, loyalty, and the burden of responsibility over string-heavy music, and then immediately cut to a motorbike doing a front flip off a cliff. It's like they sprinkled some Christopher Nolan over a Michael Bay sandwich and hoped nobody would notice. There's no real introspection, no meaningful change. The emotional beats feel tacked on, like, "Ethan, you're more than just a mission." Cue explosion. That's not depth, that's script polish. Listen, the stunts? Incredible. Tom Cruise hanging off a plane? That was real. Jumping from rooftop to rooftop with a broken ankle? Also real. But once you strip away the IMAX camera and operatic music, you realize the movie is just a string of stunts held together by spy buzzwords. No shade on Cruise's commitment. Man's basically a daredevil at this point. But does jumping off cliffs make your movie meaningful? If stunts alone made a great film, YouTube parkour compilations would win Oscars. Here's where it all comes together. Mission Impossible wants to have its cake and base jump off it too. It wants to be elevated action, but it plays by Fast and Furious rules. Physics don't apply, nobody important dies, and logic is optional. The difference? Fast and Furious knows it's ridiculous. It leans into the absurd. It embraces being dumb, loud fun. But Mission Impossible tries to wear a serious face while doing the same things. And that's the issue. It pretends to be grounded when it's just as cartoonish. It's not smarter, it's just quieter when it's being stupid. So, is Mission Impossible entertaining? Absolutely. Should it stop pretending it's some intellectual spy drama? Yes. Please. It's okay to be fun without being fake deep. This was director Ammar Hejazi, and if you made it to the end without being strapped to a ticking bomb on a speeding train, I appreciate you. Smash that like button, drop your next franchise victim in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more brutally honest breakdowns. Until next time, remember, if it walks like Fast and Furious, jumps like Fast and Furious, and explodes like Fast and Furious, it probably just has better lighting.